out of life. Go out to a movie.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Red Rabbit Drive-In Theater. I am your host, Slinky. And as always, I'm joined by my good buddy, Mick.
Hello, everyone.
Wow. Let's see. Got a good one this week, I think, to talk about. I'm excited about it. You should be too, because we talk about it all the fucking time.
I'm absolutely excited about it. I think it's one of the most underrated sequels ever made.
But I don't know. See, you and I are biased because we like it more than the original.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and that's like blasphemy to some people, you know?
Oh my God, yeah. I can't count how many people, I think me, you, and one of my best friends, Andrew, is the only other person that I know that would agree with us. So it's like, I feel like we're the only three dudes in the universe that feel
like this. Predator 2 more than Predator? Hold my beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, hey, sorry guys. Predator 2 is where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's, I guess we have to clarify. We love the first film, obviously. The first film is amazing. There's just something, there's a certain charm, as you would say, about Predator 2 that just draws us in.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. It's Predator, the first Predator movie is an amazing introduction to the world of the Predator.
Yes.
So, that being said, it's one of the greatest action flicks probably ever made. That and Commando and, a few choice other ones.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. It's, the cast is great, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to sit here and keep talking about the first Predator, but the second one I think I enjoy because you're already in on the gag. Because the Predator, big reveal at the end of what it is. Because I went into first Predator thinking Arnold Schwarzenegger was the Predator. As a kid, just seeing the post.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, after seeing the first Predator, and I love the first Predator, man. Ain't no man. I love that fucking movie. But like I said, Predator 2 is where it's at. I think it's because you're already in on. You're already caught up. You already know what the Predator is.
Well, how did you see it?
My mom rented it as a kid, and again, it flew under the radar because I never even saw a trailer for this movie. It popped up in the video store when I was like 11.
That's interesting that you say that, and that's a really good point. I never saw a trailer for it either.
Nope, I don't remember. I don't ever remember this movie being in the theater because if I would have saw a trailer, I would have asked my mom, "Hey,
Yeah. So. And I know my dad rented the first one when it came out, and
so did my mom.
And I loved the first one, and then when I found out there was a second one, I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm. And listen, I saw Predator 2. I never saw the video box or the poster or anything like that. I saw the video cassette. And then when I returned it, that's when I first saw the poster.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd seen the movie and everything before I'd seen the poster. But the posters, I don't know, man. It's a really attractive poster. It's just very easy to buy.
I love that poster, man. I love the green font. I love that poster.
Purple's my favorite color. So that poster, wow, it jumps off the fucking wall.
Well, the thing that never made any sense to me. Okay, you know how when the first Predator came out on all the formats, on DVD and Blu-ray. So they keep the original, or they have some kind of derivative of the original Predator cover art. But
the DVD covers were bullshit when these first came out.
Yeah, but then for the second one, they kept changing the I remember that really crappy stock looking DVD art where it's Danny Glover's face. and it says Predator 2 on it, and it looks so generic. It was like,
it's
you fuckers didn't even try, man.
no, it's those other companies that they don't. I don't know. They just put out. They're the ones that they don't properly utilize the format. I think because it's like, look, you have a disc, you can put all this extra information on it. You're just gonna slap a trailer on it.
Yeah.
Like, I used to fucking hate those DVDs, man. Like I wouldn't buy them. That's why I didn't own Predator or Predator 2 for a long time on DVD, just because of that reason.
I still don't own Predator 2. I won't buy it until I get a definitive fucking copy of it.
I have VHS copies of them. Fucking old school I am. But yeah, no, Predator 2 to me always just, I don't know, I just liked it better, man. There's so much more, I don't know, there's so much more information given about the Predator, and like when Peter Keyes is explaining them to Danny Glover, he's like heat and conflict, and you're like, yes, I know all this. Like you're, like I said, you're kind of in on it. Like you know what it is, and you're almost relieved when Peter Keyes tells him it's a fucking alien. Like, because you're like, finally, because he's all like, I don't know, kid, but you don't pick it up at a hardware store. Like,
yeah,
so just Predator 2 I always liked it better. Plus the big reveal at the end, man. You get 2 gut punches at the end because you get the fucking, or no, actually 3 or 4. He gets on the ship, so you're seeing what their shit looks like now. You're looking around, right? The fucking alien skull. So you're like, oh, they hunt these things too. Oh, you get a whole group of them. So you're like, holy shit. Then you see the elder, who obviously he's old because he looks, and then he hands him that fucking gun. 1715.
Yeah, 1715.
Dude, the end of Predator 2 is boss. Just boss. Like, you can't fuck with it. So.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, and then, well, the first time I saw it was Columbia House. Like,
Columbia House. 5 movies for.
You know Columbia House.
I probably still owe him money.
I didn't know that they had a Predator 2. And I remember, like, you could look at the ad and it would show you the movies that, like, new releases and stuff that was available. And I was like, without even a second thought, this is the one thing that you got to love about when you were that age. You would be willing to spend the money and take a chance just seeing it versus now where we're like, I want to see it, but, I don't know if I'm going to spend the money on it. You know what I mean? Like back then.
As an adult, you lose your sense of wonder.
Yeah, it's true. And yeah, you really do. Like, and then just kind of like there's been very few movies I've bought on a whim without seeing them. Yeah. What were you going to say?
There's a few I've done that with. Just knowing it's part of your favorite thing. And you're just like, oh, really? Like Terminator 3. That's a great example of a shit movie. But you wanted to like it. Like you were hoping it didn't suck.
Oh, I definitely wanted to like it.
Go and see it. You're like, ah.
I think that's it's interesting that you bring that movie up specifically because I think that's kind of where that started for me, where I'm like, you know what? I wanted to like this and I didn't.
A lot of movies. Phantom is a prime example. I love the Phantom. I wanted that movie to be so awesome and it's so bad.
Yeah.
And The Shadow, like I love The Shadow. It's a terrible movie. It's not good at all. It has a lot of cool parts to it, because it's a character. But The Shadow is a prime example too. Like, oh, there's no way it could suck. There's no way.
I guess you're kind of right about The Shadow, but god damn, I loved it.
I love that movie, dude. I will fucking fist fight somebody over that movie. I love it, but I'll be the first to tell you it's it's not that good. It's kind of crappy.
Yeah. With Predator 2 though, I was so happy because that cover. I don't know, it was just something about it. It's like, I know
draws in.
Fucking
really
good.
Does.
I know this is gonna be good. And then, but here's the thing, I knew nothing about it. Didn't know who was in it, nothing. And so
You
it
got it.
was a really cool surprise when it was like, oh my God, Danny Glover's in this. I was just getting introduced to the Lethal Weapon franchise around that
Yeah,
time.
see, that's weird because my mom had just rented Lethal Weapon 2,
Yeah.
so I had
You know,
just seen
that was my first one too. I saw
Lethal
2
Weapon
first
2.
on HBO.
Mhm.
And that's how I started becoming aware of Lethal Weapon.
And
And
he was in The Color Purple too. I saw that when I was a kid.
yeah,
So
yeah, because
yeah.
I got that. Wow, that's crazy. I forgot about this. I got Lethal Weapon 2 and Predator 2 that same day, like when I ordered from Columbia House,
Yeah.
and I remember thinking, oh man, this is fucking awesome, man. I got
What did you think when you saw it?
a Predator movie.
Yeah, no, because like I said, I went in totally blind. My mom rented it. She came out. You know?
Yeah, same here. And then, well, it was cool because then you started getting all these other surprises from all the other co-stars. Like, I think it was the first time I saw Ruben Blades and Maria Conchita Alonso in a movie. Like, that was the first movie I believe I saw them in because
Yeah.
I don't think I saw I don't know. I want to say I saw The Running Man after Predator 2, but I'm not sure.
No,
You
I saw
know,
it when I was a young kid.
did you see, was that your first Maria Conchita Alonso movie or was it Predator
It's,
2?
no, it might have been Predator 2. Maybe I saw The Running Man around there. I don't know. I just remember going in blind and then seeing the urban setting. I was happy with that because Bridgeton, New Jersey has a lot of tall buildings, so I could relate to the urban setting
Oh,
because
I love
where I lived in a town, yeah, that had a little,
the concrete jungle.
well, there were buildings and shit, and there were alleyways and stuff. So like I could see King Willie standing down the alley next to the Kansas River.
Oh,
See what
man.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had never
Yeah.
been in a jungle before, but I had been in a city. I
Well,
lived on the outskirts of a city, so.
it's also crazy because I don't think, no, I'm almost positive this is not the first movie I saw Bill Paxton in.
I
I
remember him
already,
from Weird Science.
I already knew who Gary Busey was from Point Break and Lethal Weapon. I think the
But
first movie, I'm almost positive the first Bill Paxton movie I saw was Aliens because I know I saw both movies the same year, but I believe I saw Aliens first. And I remember, but it's weird how your mind works back then. Some things click and some things don't, but like I think that like maybe Bill Paxton when I saw him in that movie. Oh my God, you know what? I'm wrong. I think Predator 2 was the first movie I saw Bill Paxton in.
okay.
And I think it was Aliens after. Because I remember being like after Predator 2, because Jerry was my favorite character in the movie. So and I was always fucking pissed that he got killed, but he
The
died in
Lone
such
Ranger.
a badass way. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
dude.
people.
Let's dance, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah,
goes out like a boss, dude. He goes out like a boss.
he does. Like,
But
but
spoilers,
yeah,
kids.
yeah. Yeah, and like, but I remember being like, man, his fucking character's awesome. God damn it, they fucking killed him. And
His
so
jokes always made me fucking laugh, as dirty as they were.
it's a bitch on the rag or what?
That's
Like,
fucking funny.
um, or when she's like, Maria Conchita Alonso's like, how's your balls? It's like,
How was
fine.
yours?
How are yours?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
She's a bad bitch,
uh,
man. She's a bad bitch.
yeah, she is. But yeah, I mean, there's so like, and then it's awesome. Like with Gary Busey, I remember like being so fucking mad that his character died because I think I saw Point Break. I know I saw Point Break around the same time. Like, God damn it, man! Gary Busey, yeah, movies I really love, and Gary Busey gets killed in both of them, and I
Yeah, dude.
like both.
And the Buddy Holly story. He fucking kills there. Yeah.
That's
Sky
so
was made for the stars.
Silver Bullet was the only one that, Gary Busey Gary Busey was a big part of my fucking childhood. That's
There's a lot
crazy.
of movies, man. There's a lot of movies. That's
Yeah.
why it was kind of sad to see them all fucked up in the mugshots. It was just like, oh, god damn it, dude. What did you do, Gary?
And Nick Nolte have never done a
Oh,
movie
yeah,
together.
Nick Nolte. Yeah, oh, God. And I was really surprised when Nick Nolte was the Hulk's dad. I was like, what? What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Which, ironically enough, you know how I told you I ordered Predator 2 from Columbia House?
Yeah.
I got
yeah.
Cape Fear in that same package, by the way.
Oh, I am an FBI agent. Anyway. Well, see, all right. See, plus Predator 2 kind of opened me up to, well, it did open up. It made me go look around the comic book store, and I found Predator comics. So
Yes.
that was neat reading all that shit.
You
know.
brought that up at a perfect time because that's a perfect segue for this.
Well, just, Predator 2 had a lot of big influence on the comic book habits,
Well, and here's the thing that's interesting, though, about the comic books is I never knew this. Evidently, they said that the only way that Predator 2, how it was predicated on getting greenlit for a sequel, was if the Predator comics were successful.
And they were.
Yeah. And that's something I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Like not during that time, at least. Like, like nowadays, you fucking pick up a comic book property like hotcakes.
Well, there was a surge of Predator comics like 91, 92, not 90, 91, 92. Because when I say this, I mean this. I had a short box filled with Predator comics. I had like a couple hundred of them. I had a lot, dude. Like, I had a lot of the older ones, like the original Alien versus Predator. I had Big Game, Cold War, Jesus Christ, Bloody Sands of Time. I had a lot of them. Nemesis. I had a lot of them. Hell and Hot Water. That's another crazy one. So yeah, Predator 2 made me really get into like the character of the Predator. I used to draw them all the time. I drew the cover of Big Game, I don't know how many times. Like, yeah, like Predator 2 really. That's just, I don't know. To me, it's just it's hard to say because the first one's a lot of fun too, but it's like I said, the second one, it's because you're kind of in on the joke, like about them, and it's interesting because as soon as Peter Keyes showed up in that movie, I was kind of like, maybe he knows about the Predator, and sure enough,
Of course.
But I wish. This is the thing I wish. I wish that he didn't get killed in that fucking warehouse because, like I said before, be a cool movie actually to show Peter Keyes getting introduced to this. Like, this is the task, the mission he's been given by his boss or whatever, and to show him getting acclimated to, hey, we're fighting a fucking alien, like,
Yeah, it's crazy because the interesting thing about Peter Keyes is, like,
he's fucking Gary Busey.
Yeah. And here's another thing this is exactly related to Peter Keyes, but the interesting thing is it is related to the comic books. The scene where Jerry Lambert dies, that's directly taken from one of the comic books.
Which one?
I don't know. They just said that.
Huh. That's interesting.
That was something.
Because I sold mine years ago. That's what sucks. I sold mine about 15 years ago. My Predator comics, anyway.
Oh man, I want to fucking go through every single one of them.
Dude, I had a lot of them, bro. Like, I mean it when I say it, because I'm a comic book nerd, man. I used to do the comic book show. Like,
I hear you, man. I am too. Like, I understand. Like, but yeah.
That one took place in a prison. I had that. The Deadliest of the Species. That was another good one. Oh man, because in AVP, there's parts of AVP that they got from the Deadliest of the Species. So like Predator 2 really unlocked a whole new world. A whole new world. So.
Yeah. Was it God
Then I
damn.
got into the Alien comics, and then there was rumors for years about AVP, and nothing ever happened. And it took like 11 years or 12
There,
years or something to take place.
there
Yeah.
was, yeah, exactly, because there was a comic book store that I went to, this flea market that was in downtown Plant City called the Value Market.
Mm.
I used to go there a lot as a kid, and I always went to the comic book section. I remember talking to the guy that ran the comic book shop, and him telling me, he was like, oh, well, they're supposed to be doing an Alien versus Predator in 1995. I don't know why I remember all of that, because that's kind of specific,
Yeah.
but I remember him telling me, he was like, yeah, well, they're supposed to be doing a Aliens versus Predator movie in 95. 95 rolls by. I remember I remember him telling me that so vividly because I was so excited. I'm like, oh my god, in 95 we're gonna get Predator 2, and 95 rolled by, no Alien versus Predator battle. Like, well, what the
Nope.
fuck? Like he said 95, and it's not out. So
You got bat nipples in 95.
Yeah, I know. And then the worst thing about it is too, to add kind of more insult to injury, we got AVP, but it was a big flaming pile of fucking shit, man.
I didn't the whole fucking movie, right? Until it's explained later that the poles shifted somehow. Because it was hot when they built the pyramids and all that shit. But when they were going there, it was cold. And I'm like, so why are the Predators even going there? Why aren't they going to wait for another shift till it's in another humid, arid region? There's so many dumb things in that fucking movie, man. There really is.
Fucking dumb, man. Fucking missed. Like, I remember just being like, the only thing that I remember being excited about was, oh, cool, Lance Henriksen's in this. It's fucking awesome. And boy, I can't say that I wasn't excited, because, I mean, literally, when I found out about it, it was fucking, hey, we're going to go see AVP. What the fuck is AVP? Alien versus Predator. Oh my god, what?
I couldn't see it in the theater because the hurricanes came that summer, and they came the day the movie was supposed to come out.
Oh,
so we couldn't go see it. So I didn't see it till DVD the next year.
Bad power outage.
Yeah, it's a pile of crap. But anyway, I don't know. The casting in the movie's on point. Like, I don't think there's a weak performance from anybody in the movie.
Not at all.
King Willie, the Jamaicans, all the guys. And I like that there's a gang war going on. Like, Predator 2 is just juicy, dude. Like,
speaking of, another interesting factoid about King Willie, that alley scene that King Willie dies in. This is really, really fucking interesting.
Cool is go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say they had a lot of trouble with that scene because they were saying that, like, there is so much issue shooting in that alleyway, and they said there's so much garbage and stuff like that, and they said one of the things that was fucked up about that whole situation is they ended up finding a fucking dead body underneath all that garbage in that alleyway.
Really?
Yeah.
King Willie calls it truly dread.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. They found a dead body. Well, where'd they shoot it at? L.A.? They shot it in, like, downtown L.A.
Yeah, it was downtown L.A.
Yeah, that place is a fucking scumhole. Like, the cool part about the alley scene, I love it, is when the Predator lands off the rooftop. He lands in that puddle.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's still invisible, but he's walking through a puddle. And then his fucking camo starts malfunctioning. And there's, like, the whole scene is crazy, dude, for 1991. Like,
no, totally.
Yeah, and then you don't even see the predator until it's the reflection in the puddle, and he does that.
The effects look great then
Yeah,
too.
the effects are insane in that movie. You know?
Yeah.
At the end, where the whole clan comes out and they all start taking off their cloaking devices and shit. Badass, dude. Badass.
That was in one of those movies that was kind of ahead of its time when it came to
That's
effects.
still, yeah, they hold up today. They still hold up today, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, well, then the other thing too, that I always loved about Predator 2 was, I see everybody. I love the score Alan Silvestri had.
Mm-hmm.
For Predator 2, like specifically even more than Predator 1, because I liked
There was a lot more tribal elements to it.
Yes, I liked how expansive it was, and what he was doing with it. Like,
because they touched on it in the first one, but in the second one they really pumped it out, man. Like,
yeah,
there were chants and shit in some of them, Yeah.
The score was like darker in a lot.
Oh yeah. Yep. Almost spiteful.
Yes, and like and then like the other thing, but it was cool too because you got new themes, but you also got all the familiar themes from the first one too, which was that's the perfect like fan service if you're a score nerd.
Well, that
like
Predator theme is awesome. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
dun, 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 dun. It's fucking good stuff, man. The swells come in. Yeah, that's fucking gorgeous. It's really fucking cool. So,
yeah.
And he was really smart about it because you get that hunting vibe. You get like it's kind of hard to explain. There's a vibe to it that it's like a savage vibe, kind of.
Yes.
Like it's hard to describe. If you haven't seen the movie, obviously you want to listen to it for yourself. But it's really, I don't know. It's really primordial, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know a good way to describe it. I want to say more tribal, more savage, but
no, I think it's it's weird. I think people would think the first one is more savage because of the setting and like it's hard to me. It's hard to say because I feel like the second one seems like it's more violent than the first one is.
Possibly. I'd have to.
It's
maybe.
a tough one.
Yeah.
It's really tough because like I mean like one of the most violent scenes I think is in the movie is it's already after Jerry's dead and you see him on down the subway tracks, and when Danny Glover's chasing after him.
Oh, I know what scene you're gonna say.
Pulling his head off.
Pulls his head and his spinal cord out. Yep.
Yeah.
You see the body drop and everything. Yeah. Well, remember, there's a scene in the first one where he's dressing Billy, and you see Billy hit the stump.
That was pretty.
You see the thing, and he pulls his fucking shit out, and you see him hold it up and yell and stuff like that. That's a scene that always stuck with me when I was a kid. I was like, ooh.
Oh yeah,
he just gutted that dude. He just gutted. Oh, poor Billy. So.
That was a pretty fucking brutal scene.
Especially for Billy, because Billy was my favorite, I think, the Indian. Because I'm part Indian.
So. Billy, too. Like,
ain't no man. Bullshit. You ain't scared of no man. I love that movie.
Man, such a great movie. But, and then the other thing about Predator 2 that I love, man, is the action sequences are so great. Mm-hmm. Like, especially in the beginning of the film when that whole war zone is going on in downtown LA, and you got fucking Morton Downey Jr.
Who's in control? The cops? No way.
Yeah, it's so great. Yeah.
You know? And then he gets what's cool is you wish it would happen in real life is he fucking he probably I think he got decked a few times in real life.
I'm
He
pretty
had that fucking show.
The Morton Downey Jr. show.
Morton Downey Jr. show with the mouth and I
Yeah.
remember he just gets knocked the fuck out in the movie and I'm like yeah because he's just such a douche.
Oh, it's so great. Like I love. He was like, "Hey, here again, more mutilation." Yeah, like.
Oh
my God, like, and I love when he's sneaking. Him and his cameraman stuck in the building, and like he's like, "No, don't."
Never again.
Oh God, what was it that he said? I just remember him saying "fucking scumhole," something like that. All I remember, but like I remember he's like, "Oh come on!" I guess he's like
he sticks the kid on him. That part's funny. You know.
And then like that's a great confrontation. The first introduction to is Key's a threat because he was kind of a threat and he was like, Harrigan, I want you to get your men out of here right now. And
stepping on evidence.
Yeah, and then he looks at him and he's like, now you get the hell out of here.
Yep.
And I always think now I'm going back and forth because it made me think of Robert Davi's character, you know, the dickhead police captain, and him and Harrigan are getting into it, you know, after, you know, fucking Harrigan killing all those Jamaicans, and he was like after they got into a fight, I was like, I'm gonna push it as far as I can, and then after they get out of the fight or whatever, and he was like, now go back to your cage and wherever, and fucking Harrigan goes and runs after him, and fucking Danny pulls him away before he.
No. That's right.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh man, it's God.
The part where Peter Keyes comes off like a boss is when he tells him, he's like, I can make you disappear. When they're in the stairwell, Peter Keyes tells him to get out of his shit. That's the last time he tells him to get out of his shit. And he's like, I'll make you fucking disappear. I forget how he says it, but that part I was always like, boss.
Yeah, he was like,
he's a baller. Like,
oh man, he was like, I love after Danny dies and he goes to confront Keyes in the police station. And I always laugh because I always remember how he fucking smacks his hands after he slammed him up the wall. He's like, now I'm warning you, don't fuck with me.
Yep. This is personal this time. Fucking, yeah, no.
I always laugh too because when they go down to the lab and they're analyzing the little hook thing that they find from the Predator at the scene.
Yeah.
And fucking Jerry ends up knocking over all those
test tubes over. Yeah. Fucking funny. Like I don't know. That part I thought was fucking cool, you know, because it's there. One more clue, you know.
Yeah.
Can't pick it up at a hardware store. Oh no, here's that thing, Lieutenant. You know.
Oh, it's so great. Yeah. Remember trying to chase down the license plate? He's like, oh, it's like, oh, God, fuck!
He just throws his fucking pencil at the car.
Yeah, he's like, door swings both ways, my ass. Yeah.
And then it's fucked up because the Predator's watching him, and he actually records that part. And it's like, oh, it's fucked up. It's crazy.
Yeah. Door swings both ways, my ass.
You know, that movie's awesome because when Danny Glover goes to say, motherfucker, the Predator fucking says it. That part's awesome. We're like, motherfucker. I don't think that. And the lady, the fucking line the lady delivers in her apartment. That's got to be hysterical, dude. That's. I don't think he gives a shit. That's fucking great. He just plows the bathroom door down and fucking starts running through apartments.
I just don't understand how people couldn't have enjoyed 2, man. It's such a great movie. It's filled with awesome dialogue. Like, it's just, I think it's, it transitions really well. The character development's good. Like, I just don't understand. Like, and here's the biggest bum out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the biggest bum out is like when you ask people like why they don't like Predator 2, you already know what the answer is going to be, but you want to hopefully hear that they'll give you a different answer and actually have a good case as to why, other than just, well, they didn't bring Arnold Schwarzenegger back. Like,
who fucking?
Come on, man! Like,
the movie's called The Predator. It's not called Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, exactly. And well, I think me and you kind of came in with a completely different understanding with this franchise.
Yeah.
We just wanted a good Predator movie.
Well, the thing, what I mean? The girl in the first one says it, man. She said, whenever the days grow whatever, or whenever it's hot and humid, whenever it fucking does this stuff, fucking da-da-da-da-da, Diablo comes for them and all this shit. She tells them fucking what happens. Like,
yeah.
Whenever there's fucking strife and fucking, it's hot like this, these fucking things show up and start fucking hunting people. So.
Yeah, I mean, and it's just like, I've never, here was my expectation.
Nobody heard that part, I guess. I don't know.
No, I think people are fucking just crybabies, man, because like
the cast in the first one is a hard act to follow, but like it's strong acting credits are in the second one.
Oh man, yeah.
Top kind of showboating, you know what I mean? Because first one's an action flick. It's Arnold, stick around, get to the chopper. That I think Predator has his second most famous line is "Get to the chopper."
Oh yeah, sure.
People quote that like "I'll be back" all the time.
I think it's pretty fair to say that that's his second famous line. But 2 though, it's just, I don't know, man. I think it's
a different feel, man. Like I don't know. I dig Predator 2.
Something that I enjoyed about the Predator franchise, like everybody shits on the new one too, and it's like, oh, it's too funny. I don't like what they did here. Fuck off, man.
There's like a lot of funny parts in the first 2. Like, don't give me that shit.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people shit on the latest one. I liked it. I enjoyed it. And that's probably not the most popularist opinion right now.
I thought Predators was good. It was neat to see the homework stuff.
Predators also. Like, I don't know, man. I think it just kind of goes back to you and I kind of see things with a very different lens. And
it's good.
No, I was just going to say, and I think when we hear somebody kind of shit on like a certain friend, like, think about it like this. You and I don't hold the Predator franchise up to this certain standard like we do to the Alien franchise. You know what I mean? Like, it's different. Like, I think with the Predator franchise, guys like you and I, when we go and see a Predator movie, we're just like, I just want it to be fun and I just want to enjoy it.
Yeah, I just don't want it to suck.
Yeah, exactly. I think our expectations, and the thing is, our expectations are low on it, so they're always open to be surpassed. And I love the comedic value of the last one that came out. Boyd Holbrook, I like him as an actor, but he wouldn't have been my first choice for the lead in a Predator movie. I think it should have been Thomas Jane, honestly. Should have had that role instead. Like, he was in the movie, and I love Thomas Jane, and that's something I always wanted to see was Thomas Jane in a Predator flick, which is amazing.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my take on it. This is what I think. The first Predator came out. It's called Predator. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger action piece. And while you're watching it, you find out that the Predator is an alien that's hunting them. That's the big reveal. Okay? That's it. You shot your load.
Yeah.
All the Predator movies after that, obviously, they're it's going to be about the creature, blah 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 blah. There's no fucking no surprise. You know what you're going to get. And nowadays they show all the shit in the trailer, so when you go see the movie, you've pretty much seen probably like 60% of it. So it's like, I don't know. There's no big like hoodoo about any of the Predator movies coming out. AVP could have been something special, but they called it AVP. That could have been just another Predator flick, and the aliens show up, or the Alien movie and the Predator show up. Who knows? So I don't know. People are weird, man. It's so
okay.
We're weird because we like the second one, so fuck them.
Yeah. Weird for a lot of reasons. But that's definitely one of them. Like, I mean, I love the second one. I love Predators, and I love the Predator. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not like crazy about the latest, like I am about the first two, obviously. But I enjoyed it.
AVP? You didn't like AVP?
Oh God, is that really a question? Count that as any kind of canon. Like, that's just like
so bad.
And it's just like, what a waste with Lance Henriksen though. That's the thing that bums me out the most. Like, you had the perfect opportunity to, like, I mean, even his character, like, in the like, there was like moments of brilliance in a really shitty fucking movie.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cool parts in that movie. They're just disjointed.
Yeah.
They're just connected by a shitty movie.
Which also, I think that we should point out one thing that Bill Paxton has on his resume. Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton triple threat.
Yes. Yeah. The trifecta deaths.
Trifecta. That's right. It's pretty sure he was killed by the Terminator.
I'm pretty sure he was too. I think it might have been an off-screen kill.
Yes. You know what? We'll just make the assumption. Fuck it.
Yeah, he was killed
by a Terminator, and because why would he let somebody live after he just murdered?
Yeah.
Anyway, he's been killed by an alien.
Yeah.
And he's been killed by a predator. So Bill Paxton has a distinct honor.
He does.
Rest in peace, Bill Paxton.
Yes, R.I.P. One of the greatest actors that's ever lived.
I always remember him from Weird Science as Chet. He used to crack me up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So what would be some of your final thoughts of Predator 2 in a nutshell? Like, do you have any cons? Because I know I don't.
Do I have any? What'd you say?
Of like Keys and Jerry getting killed, but other than that, it's fucking great.
It's a great flick, man. I mean, obviously if you've seen the first one, you owe it to yourself to see the second one, and you know what? You just might like it a little bit better. Depends on your taste. It really does, because it's like a cat and mouse story. It's like a crime story, only there's this alien in it fucking killing everybody.
Yeah.
It moves at a good clip. It's not like slow and drags on. And I'll be honest with you, I might catch some shit for this, but like in the first one, there's a few areas where that movie just drags ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree.
In the second one, it moves at a good clip. Like the movie's over before you know it.
Yeah.
I think the second your mind's blown, and you want more. So.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like, no, I agree, because no, that's true, because I love the first one, but I've always found myself watching two more than one.
Yeah, I always put two on before I put one on.
Like, it's just, I love that film.
Every few years I'll watch Predator, but I'll watch Predator 2 like twice a year.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the first one with Wayland late last year. I posted that picture on Facebook and Instagram with him smiling with Predator in the background playing on the TV. You saw that picture.
Yeah, I just remember the blue steel picture with the supervillain.
Yeah.
He's got like that fucking just supervillain criminal face on.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
that picture's really funny, man. He's shooting the fucking blue steel.
Yeah. Which is a later film that we're gonna review later on down the road.
Blue steel, blue steel.
And also another interesting thing too, because we always bring up Ollie Harper, and this was a movie that we were talking about. We still are going to do. But I found out Ollie Harper is doing Black Rain finally.
Ooh. Yeah, shout out to Oliver Harper. You're the man.
Yes, he is. Love Ollie Harper.
Black Rain. All right, that's cool. That's cool.
We're still doing it too. I don't care, even if his is like the definitive Black Rain review.
Oh no, he goes hard on movies, man. I love it because he talks about the score and the soundtrack. He's really good, man. I really like that guy.
The thing that I think is interesting is after every retrospective review that he does, he's always got the Black Rain theme playing in the background. That's why it shocked me that it took him so long now to finally review it.
Yeah.
Because I don't even think
just like us, there was movies he wanted to do before it. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, kind of like our show.
Yeah. Because you're texting me, hey, I'm adding something. I'm like, okay.
I know. It's a long-lasting list, and it's funny because every time I'll text you, like, oh, well, we're gonna do this movie. Oh, check this out. Like what do you think of this idea? Like the one I was telling you about with the fucking crazy significant others, films. And every time with you, I can always rely on you. It's like, okay, let me write it down. You always write it
down. Because there's so many good movies, man. Again, watch Predator 2. You'll like it.
Yeah, yes. Predator 2 is amazing.
Yeah. If you don't like it, I don't really care. So
yeah, I don't either. Everybody's fucking entitled to their opinion.
Yeah, man, it's all good,
even if they're wrong.
Fine for an hour, so that's all.
Yeah.
So, but all right, man. Let's see. Yeah, you want to get out of here?